G6048F Police Cars Revolving Light Senior Alert. Big changes are coming to the DWP, and it's happening faster than you think. If you're a pensioner or someone relying on benefits, you need to know what's about to happen. Keir Starmer has just confirmed that in just a few weeks, 10 major benefits will be impacted, and that could mean serious changes for your wallet. The DWP, Department for Work and Pensions, is making huge moves that could directly affect how much you receive in benefits. Whether it's your state pension, disability benefits, or housing support, nothing is staying the same. So, what does this mean for you? Well, some of these changes could be a huge relief, while others might create more challenges. The question is, how will you be affected? We're diving deep into exactly which benefits are changing and what you can do to prepare. From cuts to increases, we'll break down how these changes will impact your day-to-day life. Senior citizens who rely on these vital payments need to stay ahead of the curve to avoid any surprises. The truth is, these updates could mean the difference between being financially comfortable or struggling to make ends meet. Keir Starmer has confirmed that these reforms are happening sooner than you think, and it's crucial for seniors to understand what's coming and how to navigate it. Are you ready for the changes? This video will give you all the details, so stick with us as we cover what these 10 benefits changes are and what you need to know to protect yourself. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. If this information sounds important to you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on all the latest news. Your future financial security might depend on it. Now, let's get into the heart of the matter, the changes that are coming to the DWP and how they will affect you, the seniors who rely on these benefits. You've probably heard about government reforms before, but this time, things are different. Keir Starmer has confirmed that major shifts are taking place in the Department for Work and Pensions, and within just a few weeks, 10 key benefits will be impacted in ways that will affect millions of people across the UK, especially those of you who are retired or living with a disability. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you hear about these changes, but it's crucial to understand what's happening and how it could directly affect your financial situation. The government's decisions about pensions, disability benefits, and housing support are not just theoretical, they're about to make a real impact on the lives of seniors across the country. So, let's break it down and explore exactly what these changes mean and how they might change your day-to-day life. For many seniors, the state pension is a lifeline. It's the main source of income once you've stopped working, so the news that state pensions are set to increase is great, right? But here's the thing, it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all solution. The amount that your state pension will rise by depends on which type of pension you're receiving. If you've been receiving the full new state pension, you could see a decent increase that helps with the rising cost of living. However, if you're on the older basic state pension, your increase might not be as significant. It's important to understand which category you fall under because it's going to make a big difference in how these changes affect you. Another critical benefit that's impacted is pension credit, which many seniors rely on to top up their income if it's too low. The thing with pension credit is that it's closely tied to your savings and assets. If you've been saving for your retirement, you might find that you no longer qualify for the full amount. It's a difficult reality for many, but don't panic. If you're in this situation, it's important to check how much you're entitled to and get advice on how to manage your finances so you can continue to receive the support you need. For those of you living with disabilities, there are also significant changes coming to disability benefits. If you're on Personal Independence Payment, PIP, you know that this benefit is essential for helping cover extra costs related to a disability. The government is rolling out new assessments to better understand how your condition affects your daily life. Some people may see an increase in their PIP payments, while others may see a reduction, especially if their health has improved in recent years. It's important to stay on top of these changes and make sure that your benefit claims reflect your current condition. If you haven't had an assessment in a while, this might be a good time to check in with the DWP to ensure you're receiving the correct support. Disability benefits aren't just about money, it's about getting the right level of support to live as independently as possible. Some seniors rely on PIP to help with mobility issues or daily living activities. If you're someone who uses this benefit to help with care or mobility aids, it's vital that you keep your claim updated and accurate. The government is trying to ensure that people who need help the most are getting the right level of support, but that means that some people might lose out if they don't meet the eligibility criteria. Housing benefits are another area that's being affected by these changes. For many seniors, housing benefits are crucial support that helps with rent or mortgage payments. Without this support, many might struggle to stay in their homes. Housing benefits will see stricter eligibility rules, and there are concerns that some people could lose access to these payments if their circumstances have changed. For instance, if you've built up savings or if you own your home, you may find that your housing benefit is reduced or cut. This is something that could cause real concern for people who rely on housing support to cover rent or bills. If you're concerned about this, it's a good idea to contact the DWP and understand how these changes might impact you. Now, let's talk about universal credit, a benefit that many people rely on if they are on a low income, unemployed, or struggling financially. There's some good news here as well. The government is restructuring universal credit to provide more targeted help to those who really need it. However, there's a catch. For some seniors who have been receiving universal credit as a top-up, the amount they get could change. The government is tightening eligibility, so it's important to stay informed about how these adjustments might affect your monthly payments. The biggest concern with universal credit is that some people might face a reduction in their payments, especially if they no longer meet the eligibility criteria. For example, if your income has increased or if your living situation has changed, you might not qualify for as much help. This is something that many people worry about because universal credit is often a safety net that prevents people from falling into financial hardship. If you're on universal credit, make sure you understand what's happening and stay proactive. If your situation changes or you feel like you might be losing out on support, it's important to reach out to the DWP to ensure you're still receiving the right amount. One of the things that makes these changes especially concerning for seniors is that they might not be fully aware of how to navigate the system. If you're living with a disability or managing a health condition, it can be difficult to keep track of all the changes. The DWP has a lot of rules and regulations that can be confusing, and if you're not up to date on what's going on, you might miss out on important support. But don't worry, you're not alone in this. There are plenty of organizations that can offer advice and help you understand the changes and how they'll affect you. Whether it's a local charity or an advocacy group, there are people out there who are willing to help guide you through the process and make sure you're not left behind. If there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's that these changes are happening quickly, and it's important to stay informed. The DWP's adjustments are meant to target those who need help the most, but that doesn't mean the changes won't affect you. If you're a senior or someone who relies on these benefits, it's vital that you know exactly what's changing and how it will impact your life. Take the time to check in with the DWP, stay updated on government announcements, and reach out for advice if you need it. The last thing you want is to be caught off guard by a reduction in your payments or a loss of benefits that you've been relying on. The good news is that there are still plenty of options for getting the support you need. It might require a little extra effort on your part, but with the right information and the right resources, you can make sure that your benefits remain secure. And if you've been worried about how these changes will impact your future, remember that you don't have to go through it alone. There are people who care about your well-being and are ready to help you navigate these changes. So, if you found this video helpful and want to stay informed about the latest updates regarding DWP benefits, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It's important to stay ahead of these changes, and we'll keep bringing you the information you need to protect your financial future. Thanks for watching, and remember, you've earned the right to know what's coming and to get the support you deserve.